As the Embassy of Sweden in Warsaw, we are now continuing our talks with Swedish companies in Poland. After 8 months of pandemic, we are again facing further challenges in connection with the COVID-19 situation. IKEA is one of the most well-known Swedish companies in Poland, and also one of the companies that has actually managed the pandemic with success. I am pleased to have the opportunity today to speak with Karin Sköld, new country retail manager for IKEA in Poland. Karin, nice to meet you, even though not in person. The pandemic and the previous lockdown in Poland has been difficult for most companies in the country, and also globally. IKEA has proven that it actually can be the opposite. What are these success factors, according to you, and also the main challenges if we face another, at least partial lockdown in Poland looking ahead?
Thank you, Daniel, and thanks also for inviting me to this talk to talk about IKEA and this year that has been past us. That has been a very special year for all of us. I think one learning that we have at IKEA is that in a situation like this, when the pandemic has been growing, is that the home is more important than ever. And the home has really become the true center of our lives. During the lockdown, during spring, for many of us, myself included, our home has been a place where we work, where we eat, where we sleep, where the kids go to school, where they do the homework, where they play. So I think all these different activities have come together at the home and really reminded us about how important the home really is. And I think that in times like this, it's also important to remember that everyone really deserves a place to call home. And then, of course, we've had big challenges, like I believe all parts of the business and all parts of society have had. And we've had things that we managed really well. And I think one of the things that I am super proud about is our people, because as a team, as an organization, we have come together around this challenge. And I think the IKEA culture and values have been really our strongest asset, you can say, in this challenging situation. We managed, when we closed the store, to really turn the whole cash and carry business into 100% online business, more or less overnight. And that meant that we, instead of meeting the customers on the shop floor, we started to engage our co-workers in the stores to instead meet the customer online, doing remote sales, doing remote kitchen planning, doing remote, let's say, wardrobe planning. So, of course, that has been a big challenge for us, but it's also been a very big success, because now we can see that every 10th kitchen is already sold through our digital channels. I think also another thing that is really a success factor, that the stores that we have 11 stores today in Poland, are really a logistic centra, you can say, with a commercial front. And that, I think, also is a very big asset for us, because it means that even if we can't open the store to the normal cash and carry customer, what we can do is that we can turn it into a logistics center and fulfill all the online orders. Because we were seeing a huge increase, of course, in all the online sales. And it was not manageable for us to do that only through our distribution centers. And there all the stores were really supporting and helping, both through offering click and collect, where the customers can come and pick up the goods at the store, but also by sending deliveries, home deliveries to the customer. So I think those were a few of the, let's say, success factors that we are very, very proud of. We also managed to open more logistical pickup points during the pandemic. We opened 17 pickup points only during spring and summer, to become even more close to the many poles. And that is, of course, also helping. Then I think on the challenges, I think, of course, this year is a big challenge for all of us, because it's really about health and well-being, worrying and caring for your loved ones and yourselves. And of course, this brings out a lot of stress and emotions, and that we need to, of course, handle in the best possible way. And we have, since the pandemic started, implemented different supports for our co-workers to take care about their health and well-being, and also take care about them when they are, let's say, financially challenged.
Thank you so much, Karin. And it's indeed an impressive transformation that you have done during these months. And it also shows in the figures. IKEA has had a record high financial result in 2020, and you are also opening your next Polish retail location in Szczecin next year. Can you maybe just give us an overview of your main priorities personally as new country retail manager of IKEA in Poland, looking ahead?
Yeah. If we would just stay there and look at that, what is remarkable is that we increased our online visits by 30%. And we managed to double the sales share from online from 10% to 20%. So it really, I think, what the pandemic shows is that it's fast tracking some of the trends that were already happening and some of the plans that we were already working on and preparing. And that is really the big shift into an omni-channel retailer. And then looking forward, what are our priorities? I think, like I said, this pandemic is kind of fast tracking a few of the things and also putting even more emphasis on a few areas that we have in IKEA talked about for a long time. And we are working on what we call our 3 roads forward. They are about affordability, it's about accessibility, and it's about sustainability. And if I would start to share just a few words on the affordability, I believe that due to the pandemic, affordability is more important than ever, because the people with thin wallets will only grow. And thereby we are putting a on our being affordable to the many people. Not only are we focusing on our lowest price offer, but we are also making price investments into our range, meaning that we are being able to lower the prices to the customer. We are also having new installment offers where we are offering then a very good offer for customers to pay it in installments. And also we are trying to also join affordability with sustainability, because we really believe that our, let's say, our sustainable range or even some of our quality speakers should be affordable for more people. And that we are targeting certain campaigns and offers also into the sustainable range. And then the second road then is about accessibility. We say that we want to reach more of the many Poles, and still for many Polish people it's quite far to get to IKEA. If we would make the comparison with Sweden, where we have some 20 stores on 10 million inhabitants, it's quite easy to see that the penetration, we still have a lot to do here in Poland. And here, like you said, we have our 12th store that will be open in the first half of 2021 in Szczecin. And it's a full standard store, so and it's also will be our most sustainable store, and that we are looking forward to very much. Then we have also now a very interesting test. It's what we call the Skrytka IKEA. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's an IKEA parcel locker at the store, you can say. We have just opened one in IKEA Łódź, and we will also this month open in IKEA Targówek. So it will be for the customers to place the order online and then come to the store, but pick it up from this locker. And it will, of course, then be both very convenient, but also in a very safe way, you can say. And we have more plans as well to go into a bigger network of parcel to launch with InPost. And also we are investing highly into our digital channels. Just a month ago, we launched the IKEA App here in Poland, which is the first shoppable app. So it's also what we call the smallest IKEA store in the world. And then the last but not least, the really important one, of course, is sustainability. And here we have made really, really bold commitments as well on how we can be people and planet positive. And our view on sustainability is that it shouldn't be a luxury for the few. It should be for the many. And here I think that big businesses like IKEA have a very important role to play. And that's why we have set ourselves a very ambitious goal that we will be, by 2030, we will be 100% circular and climate positive company.
Thank you so much for this extensive answer. And you've already touched upon, I believe, one of the main success factors, which is sustainability, and also speaking about the pandemic, a green recovery from the pandemic, which I'm certain will be crucial looking ahead. And an integrated part of the European Green Deal, which we speak a lot about, is also that the industry and the business will actually lead the transition towards climate neutrality in the future. And can you expand a little bit more on how you think that IKEA will be able to contribute to the green recovery and also to the transition to a clean future in Poland and globally, especially in Poland?
As business leaders, we need to act, and we need to act now. So that's why IKEA find it very important to support the Green Deal, because caring for people and the planet is really at the foundation of our business idea and our values. So this is an important priority for us. And I think one thing to just maybe illustrate this is that I'm not only, let's say, the CEO of IKEA Retail in Poland, I'm also the Chief Sustainability Officer. And this is actually a change that has been done in all the IKEA countries, that these roles go hand in hand to really show the importance of sustainability in our business. And then I think if I would just share quickly with you a bit about our sustainability direction, it's we have developed a strategy which we call our People and Planet Positive strategy. And it's really based on our vision, that our vision is that we want to create a better everyday life for the many people. And in this vision or in this strategy, one part is that we want to inspire customers to live a more healthy and sustainable life at home. And this we can do in many different ways. So we are developing a range to support our customers to live more sustainably. It can be either about water saving taps, energy efficient appliances, but also we have, for example, already very early on taken the bold decision to take away all incandescent bulbs from our range and only switch 100% to LED range. And now also we have taken a next commitment, and that is, for example, to stop all alkaline batteries in IKEA from October next year. And if we then, I think in 2019 we sold about 300 million alkaline batteries. And then if everyone would then instead buy a rechargeable battery, let's say you would use it 50 times, then the total saving per year would be 5,000 tons of waste. So I think this is really illustrating how important it is that big companies with big volumes really do their part of the agenda. And then the second part is, of course, we want to transform our own business. And here we already have about 4,000 articles out of our roughly 10,000 articles in the range that are more sustainable, meaning that they come from circular, they are more sustainably materials, or recycled. And also we are looking into how we can increase this. And also we are working on what is our own energy efficiency in our own units. Not many companies know, but also IKEA, we actually what we call sometimes an energy company as well, because we have invested over the years also in our own green production of energy into wind farms and also solar panels. And here in Poland, we actually have the second largest portfolio of wind in IKEA globally. So we have since Since 2016, we have invested about 250 million euros into wind energy here in Poland. And we have, today we produce about 450 gigawatt hours every year from these parks. And that is quite a lot. It's enough to power a city of about 190,000 people on an annual basis.
Thank you so much. You are truly on the way to a more sustainable future. And Karin, thank you so much for your willingness to share with us. And above all, good luck in these challenging times. Thank you so much again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.